Most people don't lose their plants in the garden. They lose them right here in the seedling stage. Leggy stem, yellow leaves, and slow growth. If your plants look like that, something is off. In this video, I'm going to show you my full seedling care routine so you can have strong, healthy plants every single time, just like these. What's up, y'all? Bear Brown with Gardening with Bear Brown. If you want better results in your garden this season, it starts right here with how you take care of your seedlings. First thing, lighting. This is where most people mess up. If your seedlings are getting long and stretchy or they're falling over, that is because they are not getting enough light. I keep my lights close to my plants, just like this. This is going to encourage that the plant is going to remain nice and strong, and they're going to have a sturdy base at the bottom. But if you keep the light far away, you're going to encourage legginess, and that is going to make the plant weak and they could fall over. So you want to make sure you always adjust your lighting so that it's just an inch or two above your plants so that your plants can remain strong. Next is watering. This is where people kill their plants. Too much water, they'll drown their seedlings. Too little, you will slow the growth. What I do is simple. I check the soil. If it's dry, I add water. If it's moist, I leave it alone. All right, since it's dry, all I'm gonna do is take these two cells out. I gotta be gentle. Put them over to the side, and I am going to water from the bottom. If you have to water, I suggest watering from the bottom because that is going to keep these seedlings nice and healthy. You don't want to splash the soil onto the plants where it can get some type of fungus. And I don't have my normal watering can, so I try not to make a mess. So all I'm going to do is fill it up from the bottom, just like I said, and then the roots are going to get a good soaking, and it's going to keep these plants nice and healthy. So I'm going to go ahead and add this water, and I'll get back to you. If you would like these trays, I will put a link down in the description so you can have access to them. Now right here is when your seedlings go from surviving to really growing. After about a week or two, your plants need nutrients because that seed is only going to provide a very little just to get them so far, and then you have to feed them the rest of the way. I have been using different fertilizers from Neptune's Harvest, and what I really like about them is that they're gentle enough for my young seedlings, but they give them what they need to grow strong. Now, when I fertilize, I want to keep it light. I don't want to overdo it. I have been using tomato and veg fertilizer for the last almost 2 years now, and it has done wonders. I started these seedlings off with tomato and veg, but y'all know I like fish fertilizer, and this right here is the hydrolyzed fish and seaweed. That is a great combination. So what I'm gonna do is slide this out the way so I can add my fertilizer, and then I'm going to add some more water. Now the instructions are on the back, but since my plants are still indoors, it says use 1 tablespoon, but first you gotta shake it up. That's on the instructions. So I did that. So now I'm going to take 1 tablespoon. It's 1 tablespoon per gallon. That's all I need to feed my plants right now. But the outdoor, when you take them outdoors, it has the instructions for that as well. So I'm just gonna put that in. I dropped a little bit, so let me go ahead and add it. And all I'm gonna do is add the water in it, and it's going to mix it up in my tray. But these plants love it. This is their 3rd feeding of the hydrolyzed fish and seaweed fertilizer, and that's why we keeping it green. Now you can see these plants are loving the fertilizer. If you want to try the fertilizer out for yourself, I'll put a link in the description along with my discount code so you can get some more savings. If you have multiple seedlings in your cells like this right here, I have 2. you got to do the hard thing. Yes, you got to let one of them go. So you want to pick the one that is the strongest, and we can see that is the strongest one right there. If you don't, they're going to be competing for nutrients, and then they both are going to suffer. So let me go ahead and get my scissors. This is painful, but look, they are growing nicely. And I think it's because of the potting soil that I use and the fertilizer. So here it goes. This is tough, but we got to do it. Ouch. And then I'm going to put this back and let it finish drinking the fertilizer. And so you know what I'm gonna do, y'all. I am not going to let this go. So let me double check. I have the Cherokee purple. Make sure I can see. That's not it. All right, this is the Cherokee purple. I'm gonna put it in some water and I'm gonna try to root them and then pot them up so I can put them outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that, because I know you probably can't tell, but they're overcrowded. But since I have them fed well, I don't have any problems, and I probably could make it go a little bit longer because it's almost time for me to take them outside, but I'm not gonna chance it. So I'll get back to you in a second. I just got finished, and look, I have all these seedlings I had to cut. And if you look closely, they still all look healthy. So I'm gonna try to grow the roots on these, and then we're gonna have even more plants. I'm not trying to get rid of anything. Another thing some people overlook is airflow. That's right. When I have them up on the rack, I make sure that I have a small fan blowing so that they can toughen up and get strong, because that is going to strengthen up those stems, get them thicker, and it's going to keep disease down. So if you have a small fan, you can put it on your grow station and let it do its work. I like to put it on low first, and then eventually as they grow, I add another level so that I'm preparing them to go outside so they can be healthy and strong and grow some nice big tomatoes for me. So don't forget that step. Once again, it's going to help you keep down the disease pressure, and that's what we want. Since I just mentioned disease, one thing you can do, especially when your seedlings are young, you can take your cinnamon. If you've been to this channel before, you already know ground cinnamon is a game changer. So I can just spray it down at the base over top of the soil, and then that is going to have antifungal properties. So if you are getting white fungus, you just put that, broadcast it down low over the potting soil, and that is going to take care of your white fungus. And since we have been watering, even though we water from the bottom, after a while, it's going to take the cinnamon away. All you got to do is add more cinnamon down at the base, and that is going to keep your plant safe, because you don't have to deal with the white fungus, and it's a game changer. Plus, it smells good. Can't beat it. This is what a healthy seedling looks like. Let me bring you in close. Look at the stem. The stem is nice and thick. It's nice and sturdy. Look at the color, nice and green. And the leaves are opening out. So you see it's not being bent over. It's not leggy. And if your seedlings look like this, you know you're on the right track. Before these go outside, there is one more step, and that is the hardening off process. You can't just take these outside from being indoors, because you will lose your plants that way. And I learned that the hard way. So I will talk about that in the next video, so you can keep your plants nice and safe and you don't lose it. If you follow this routine right here, light, watering, feeding, airflow, then you're going to have some strong plants ready to go outside for the garden. And if you're planting watermelons this season, I have a step-by-step guide that walks you through from seed all the way up to harvest. It lets you know exactly what I do, watering, feeding, it has it all. And the link is down in the description. And I want to thank everybody for watching this video, and good luck with your seedlings. I'll see you in the next video right over here.